Friends, in my opinion, February is a very interesting month in Montenegro. The abundance of sunny days lets you indulge in daydreams on an open veranda, savoring aromatic coffee, while the famous ski resorts of Žabljac and Kolašin continue to welcome lovers of active recreation. For those who don't know, Montenegro has 3 climate zones. So if you want sun and warmth, come to the coast. If you want skiing, ski slopes and snow, head to Žabljac and Kolašin. As they say, there's something for every taste. In February, Montenegro is warmer than in January, and you can already feel the approach of spring. If you watch my other videos, you might have noticed that I said the only month when you shouldn't come to Montenegro is January. Because in January it really can be, if not cold, then at least chilly. That's it. Yeah, this January isn't typical because this January the temperature was around 13, 14, 15 degrees Celsius. So January was warm, but often usually January is a cool month. So I recommend not coming in January. In February, on the contrary, it already starts to get much warmer. You can feel spring approaching. The closer it gets to the end of February, the more you can feel spring in the air. That is, it keeps getting warmer and warmer. Sometimes in February, it can even reach 20 degrees Celsius. I even have a photo somewhere of me walking around in shorts in February. So it really is a decent month. Of course, every year is different, but as a rule, February is a good month. February is suitable not only for fans of skiing, but also for those who enjoy long walks and excursions, because unlike the summer months, it isn't hot in February. Accordingly, it's much more comfortable to walk around or enjoy long excursions than it is in the summer. In addition, in February, there still aren't any tourists, so the roads aren't crowded either. Visually, the number of cars in February is about half of what it is in July and August. It's clear that many tourists come in the summer in their own cars. In addition, many visitors rent cars, that is, they use car rental services. As a result, there are far more cars on the roads than when there are no tourists. So, for this reason, a trip from point A to point B in February will take much less time than in the summer, since there are traffic jams in the summer. Moreover, in July and August they occur quite regularly. In February, there are basically no traffic jams at all. That's why driving around and enjoying the gorgeous views is very comfortable. However, before going on an excursion, check the weather forecast. It does rain in February, but usually not every day at all, so there's really no need to worry about it too much. Well, if, let's say, it rains today, then just go on your excursion, not today, but tomorrow. No problem at all. Also, in Montenegro in February, there are some festivals and carnivals. The most famous of them are the following: the Kotor Carnival. As the name suggests, it takes place in Kotor. It's very interesting. I recommend everyone to check it out. Bogatska night. Personally, I didn't like it, but you can take a look as well. The Mimosa Festival, a very famous multi-day festival in Herceg Novi. Last year it lasted 45 days, but usually it goes on for about 30 days. About this festival, well, basically, it's considered to be really cool, one of the most famous in Montenegro. Since I've seen it many times already, I can say that this is both true and not true. The festival goes like this. Every day there are some new events. So, some of them, well, and probably these different events are organized by different people, because you go to one event and the organization is fantastic, absolutely top-notch. You think, wow, this is so cool. But then you go to another event on a different day and it's much worse. Apparently, it was organized by someone else. So overall, some of these days, some of the performances are very interesting and worth attending. Some of the performances, on the other hand, are not interesting. If you miss them, you really won't lose anything. Well, that's basically how it is. Yes. And the last of the well-known festivals held in February in Montenegro is the film festival. It takes place in Podgorica. So I've named the 4 biggest festivals. Besides these 4, of course, there are a number of smaller, lesser-known festivals, but I won't go into those. So Montenegro in February is unique and ever-changing. At this time of year, spring is welcomed here. The frequent changes in weather do not spoil the impression of traveling around the country at all. Yes, if it's snowing in the north, the sun is shining in the south in short, everything is just fine. You can go enjoy the snow, or you can bask in the sun, whatever you prefer. Yes, flowers are naturally starting to bloom. Despite the lack of beach holidays, Montenegro still has plenty to offer travelers. National traditions, lively festivals, a rich historical heritage, and stunning nature here, everyone can find something to their liking. Well, friends, my name is Dimitri. Feel free to contact me with any questions about immigrating to Montenegro. Thank you all for your attention, and goodbye.